This morning, the man accused of attacking people at a Brooklyn subway train is in federal custody.
Frank James is set to make his first court appearance today. He was arrested after a 30-hour manhunt. The attack left 23 people hurt, 10 of which were hit by gunfire on Monday during morning rush hour. New York City leaders praised the work of hundreds of NYPD detectives and other law enforcement partners that led to his arrest.
We hope this arrest brings some solace to the victims and the people of the city of New York. We used every resource at our disposal to gather and process significant evidence that directly links Mr. James to the shooting. We were able to shrink his world quickly. There was nowhere left for him to run.
And the community is showing support for each other now. Chalk messages that you see here drawn outside the entrance of that Sunset Park subway station. An artist said he wanted to bring light to a dark story and hopes the art can bring some peace. National correspondent Axel Tercios is live in New York now. Axel, tell us more about the latest on the arrest and the investigation.
Lindsay, Alex, it is expected that Frank James will make his first court appearance here at this federal court in Brooklyn. He will face multiple counts for committing the worst crime in the subway system in New York in nearly 40 years. He will be facing a federal charge for violating a federal statute that prohibits terrorist and violent acts in a mass transportation system. He will also be facing a federal charge for crossing state lines for committing this shooting. He will also be facing a charge for using a dangerous weapon to endanger a person to cause death and serious injury and employees of the New York subway system and passengers. The United States attorney for the Eastern District of New York said that if convicted, he will face life in prison.
My office is prepared to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that on April 12th, 2022, in Sunset Park, Brooklyn, in the Eastern District of New York, Frank James did knowingly and without lawful authority and permission commit an act, including the use of a dangerous weapon with the intent to cause death and serious bodily injury to passengers and MTA employees on the New York City subway system. The government will prove, among other things, that James traveled across state lines in order to commit the offense and transported materials across a state line in aid of the commission of the offense.
Alex, Lindsay, Frank James was finally arrested after more than 24 hours evading law enforcement. NYPD says that they received at least 3 tips saying where he was. They got a tip saying that he was at a McDonald's in the East Village in Manhattan. Once they went to that restaurant, he was no longer there, so they decided to drive around the area until they finally spotted him apparently at a kiosk charging his phone. They approached him, asked him for his name, then checked his ID, and he at some point acknowledged that he was the man that police had been looking for. As of now, the police has said that they don't have a motive yet, but they urge anyone in the community to call with any additional information so that they can help with this investigation. And as of now, we are still waiting on the time for his court appearance here today at this federal court in Brooklyn, New York. Lindsay, Alex.
All right, national correspondent Axel Tercios in New York for us this morning. Thanks, Axel.